And welcome to Gaming History 101. My name is Sasha and I'll be your host today. Now, back when Nintendo was making their deal with Philips about the CDI and the Super Nintendo CD and the Sony PlayStation and all that, you can watch episode 1 if you want to know more about that. Nintendo and Philips came to a decision where if Philips made the Super Nintendo CD, Nintendo would allow them to make games on the CDI with Nintendo characters. And that's what they did. Except there is no Super Nintendo CD. I guess Nintendo was just feeling generous. The game we're looking at today was never formally announced, and the only reason we know about it is because a couple of European magazines talked about it and were like, hey, we'll tell you more as information comes out, and then no information ended up coming out and they just kind of forgot about it. Now, there is no actual footage of this game, so you'll just have to enjoy some Mario footage I stole from World of Long Plays while you watch this video. So with that being said, let's stop talking, and let's get right into the meat of the video. Let's go. The Philips CDI was in a pretty tough position in '94. It was on the brink of failure, and there weren't enough sales to drive interest, and there really weren't any good games, you know, besides Tetris, but Tetris has its own problems. Except for the soundtrack, and you can thank Luigi Blood for this. It's a pretty good soundtrack, so check that out if you're interested. Hotel Mario, Link the Faces of Evil, Zelda the Wand of Gamelon, and Zelda's Adventure, all Nintendo games, failed to drive sales and probably only hindered sales just because of how bad the games actually were. On top of that, Nova Logic failed to develop Super Mario's Wacky Worlds, which kind of was the only decent looking game on the CDI, and they kind of killed it. Whoops. Just when they were about to give up, a Toronto-based developer called Sigam came to Philips with an idea for a Mario game. It was an edutainment game, and the idea was that Mario would go around the US from New York to LA to star in his own feature film, and along the way he would learn about different places in the United States. The places to be featured in Mario Takes America were, but not limited to, the New York skyline in a helicopter, Niagara Falls Upper Rapids to Falls, the Niagara Gorge in a whirlpool, a car factory in Detroit, hello 8 Mile, the Carlsbad Caverns, a space shuttle ride in Florida, Fort Knox, the Louisiana Bayou in a speedboat, a train fight atop a steam train in Texas, a highway motorcycle race in Monument Valley, a neon race in Las Vegas. I would assume it would be kinda like Tron, but I'll never know. It never came out. And a car race in Los Angeles that takes place at night. The final sequence would take place in Grauman's Theater in LA. There, Mario would need to defeat all the bosses that he encountered in the game, and I assume the level would be kind of like a boss rush kind of thing. FMV movie backgrounds were filmed for the game, and helicopters, camera cars, and even speedboats were used for filming. The gameplay had a 2D Mario sprite, quote, rendered as he was in the cartoons pasted over these FMV cutscenes. The idea was that he would basically look the same as he did in the Mario World and Mario 3 cartoons. The gameplay would be different for each level. For example, the New York helicopter station was to be a 2D side-scroller, while the Texas train fight would have Mario stand atop a train car and watch as the enemies climb atop it. An ambitious project, yes, but development was difficult as the full-motion backgrounds taxed the capabilities of the CDI. On top of that, the first programmer quit early in development due to the CDI's limited capabilities, and I guess he just wasn't a masochist like the rest of the team was. Near the end of the limited development of the game, the producer commissioned a backup game which replaced Mario with his original character, a rock and roll star named Metal, and his roadie sidekick, Heavy. Another quote backup had Sonic replacing Mario, but I don't know if Sega actually gave anyone the rights to Sonic for this project. The project may have been ambitious, but Philips was unimpressed with the way that the development was progressing and eventually cut funding. Left with no money, Sigam went bankrupt in '94, and soon after, the CDI went under with it. And such ends the tale of Mario Takes America. Although nothing came out of it, it seemed like a pretty good concept, and I'd really like to see Nintendo try it again sometime, maybe on the Nintendo Switch. And maybe this time Mario's running for president? Maybe he'll have an easier time running than President Trump, but you know, we'll never know. If you like this video, be sure to click up here in the cards to see the last 2 videos I uploaded on this channel. Also, don't forget to visit my social media. The text overlay here shows my usernames, and the links are also in the description. And don't forget to send me a tweet, comment on my Instagram, or just post a comment in the comment section about what you'd like me to make a video on, and if I like the idea, I'll try to. And if I don't, I'll probably try to do it anyway, even though I don't like the idea. But if this is a right part for today, this has been Gaming History 101. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.